Now, Billy Days, welcome back. Welcome back to Driving Conversation.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Um, we'll see about how today goes.
Uh,
Anything can happen. I'm expecting anything, but
yeah,
it's good to be back. Essential.
but Tunjan now because I think the last episode here to be last year. Yeah, and I'm quite sure no behind on because we've done a lot of the episodes.
Yeah, last episode I can't really tell, but because it's the most recent, it should be our last episode. But I think it's before August. Yeah. I think it should be before August and all that. But anyway, yeah, to cut things short, yeah, I'm doing good, sir.
Sure.
All is well. Yeah, it's been a tough road, a lot of ups and downs, as expected. You see, when you're doing something, you should expect not everything to go your way, but you should expect a little challenges so
Yeah.
that you know that the road is determined for you and is determined by you so that you can continue moving on. Yeah, essentially, I am doing well.
Nice.
And how are you doing on your side?
I'm doing good, man. No complaints. Just taking everything step by step. Now, it's the new year, most quite New Year's resolutions. Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
andifuna usikhethe too much into zona because I think okanye saba nenye episode whereby we maybe sithetha about New Year's resolution.
I see you have a book there. Maybe you have.
Yeah, in fact I have notes for the conversation yet.
Okay.
About any notes from the previous guests. But for wena namhlanje because first episode that we did we dived into Maths and Science, which is the tutoring program.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And then ngoku, okay, so from abantu abangakwaziyo ne.
Okay.
Now ndizawuthi wena you've done andikho noba this is something ekhoyo kuso yabo, but
Yeah.
so this is stages of teach yabo.
Sure.
You are someone or involved kakhulu into teaching.
Mhm.
So you've done teaching as a hobby, I
Yeah.
would say, and you've done teaching as some sort of a side hustle.
Mhm.
And then now you are doing teaching as a career.
Yeah.
Only a few people get to do ezo zonto zoyi-3. I myself have only done a1, which was like partly a hobby.
Oh,
So so when we were doing teaching as some sort of a hobby,
Mhm.
did you imagine yourself uba uzawuyenze as a career?
Unfortunately, no, I didn't. I didn't. It was one of the things that I thought I would never do. Like, from a perspective of my previous teachers.
Yeah.
And not to like we were taught by much older people, an older group, right?
Yeah.
So it was like if I become a teacher or if I am involved in teaching, I'm gonna get old. I don't think anyone wants to get old, but unfortunately, that's out of our control. I never thought I would do it as a career. I always felt comfortable.
Other plans.
I had other plans. Not necessarily my plans. I had plans to actually touch or do what was moving. Then whether it was mechanical engineering, chemical sciences, because I remember I did apply for analytical chemistry in CPUT. I did apply for that course, but unfortunately I never even attended a single lecture.
It happens. Yeah. But no, because I think I would understand maybe why you didn't maybe think of it as a career, because the teaching is not fashionable, man. Like I co-presented as into maybe that's appealing for uba I pursue, because you find maybe like ezinye itishala nazo ziyakhalaza uba no man akukho mnandi because of i-hours and abantwana bayageza,
Yeah.
and we would be advised by even teachers to go for science,
Yeah, I
we
remember
tech, we engineering, and not go for teaching,
Yeah.
of which that's what we did, ne? But by some magic, when you didn't leave the space, as banjilo besiyenza as a hobby, then as a when wayenza as a side hustle, and then now you are pursuing it as some sort of a career straight now. So was it by okanye mandibuze ba like why kuwe ingasukanga lana, because besiyikhuphe one sonke manje, but wena still usenza lento now. So when like kwenzeke njani ukuze kuwe ingaphumi lento of teaching?
I think back to the episode with Sasinayo, how I started doing it as a hobby.
Yeah.
Like it was a thing of helping out friends or a friend, right?
Yeah.
Then I mastered that environment of helping peers, like abandoned. So I mastered that. Then as like you said, we were advised not to apply for teaching.
Yeah.
By our teachers. We were advised to apply for otherwise, like your big
chemical engineering,
your big boys careers.
Yeah.
I went that route of applying for other careers or applying for other courses.
Yeah.
Then nothing went well for my side, and I got myself involved into working industry. Right?
Yeah.
And then that's when I saw I need to go back to school and pursue something, because one of the things that we must consider as young people is finding your comfort zone in terms of your career. Sometimes apply for this, apply for nursing because it pays. Or there are jobs there, right? There are some percentages of people that maybe they don't enjoy being in a classroom, or they don't enjoy being in a hospital or in a day clinic. So by fortune and sometimes by misfortune, for you to actually enjoy. So we working industry where I was previously working, right? I had to go back to school. Like that was the place that was like my final call, but you need to go back to school. Then before that, I imagined or like recalled, but okay, what could I actually do? Because I can't take factory work to a class. Like everything I did at factory, I left it in the industry. Then I thought about, I used to tutor before. I used to do this. Then that's when I started studying to tutor before I even entered like varsity doors. So that is how it happened.
Because as one children, besiyenza is a hope. Abanye abantu go, well, including now, siyodlala ibhola, but when you tutoring abantu, and then now you're doing it as a career. I'm sure you might be sort of like living the dream, because you are doing into oyithandayo, and I would assume correct, it doesn't feel like you are doing work, because it's something you've been doing hence in city it's more like umuntu okhule edlala ibhola and then ade angene ku-professional level, so as much as ephangela but wenza into ayithandayo. So nakuwe, is it the same?
It should be the same, and it's getting there. There are days, there are times where it's difficult, but I have to push myself. Like I don't have a choice, because I do enjoy what I'm doing, and it comes with a lot of reward, because the rewarding thing is them actually getting what they want out of this tutoring thing and out of me teaching them as well.
So ebholeni it's more like uzabe ushaya igoli. That's like eyona nto imandi.
Yeah. Unlike okay, go collect your paycheck. That's not a reward. Even though that is a reward.
Yeah. Okay, awukho. No, into endifuna ukugeta kuyo because izawuba some sort of a theme le nto le yoba teaching as a hobby and then teaching as umtutorisho yabo.
Yeah.
And then teaching as a career,
Sure.
which is your teacher esikolweni straight.
Yeah.
So you got a chance yoba ungene eklasini like as in professional teaching
Yeah.
apha esigcawu. So ndizofuna ucomparishe the three man and you touched nje kancinci phaa kwi-hobby uba into obuyifuna nje qha wazi uba i-friends zipase and then ku-understand nje yonke into. So i-expectations from ezi levels ziyi-3 azifani yabo. So can you touch into umahluko wazo, like what is expected or what was expected when you were teaching as a hobby and then as a tutor and then as an official teacher?
Okay. As of this interview, I'm on my way into becoming a teacher, right?
So pursuing.
Yeah, I'm still pursuing. So the opportunity that you're talking about is the practical level. At a practical level, you do like a full set of 2 months being at a school, or maybe a full term at a school. So like I want to pick it up from smallest to biggest. Okay, let me go back to before in the classroom. Let me go to tutoring first. So with tutoring environment, how it happens, I'm at free will, right? I am in control of everything that's happening with the response and engagement of a particular learner, because I do one-on-one sessions and group sessions. So I'm more of driving the tutoring thing. Guarantee that children will respond, or learners will respond, or they will ask questions. And be low engagement. So clear environment. I make sure that even before a session, I find out from my student what do they actually want. Because umdu can come to you, but I need help in mathematics. Someone said, okay, when we go to mathematics, there are different types of topics.
Broad.
So you kind of break it down. You break it down at their level and at your level, so that is about comfortable when uyenzayo, not that about uzoyenza yonke loo nto. Right? And then coming to classroom, I'm gonna intertwine, trying to make it something that is a unit, because they're not far from one another as much as we think they are.
Tutoring and teaching in classroom.
They are not far. Kukho nje i-disconnections nje ezincinci plus ne-connections ezincinci. And then when it comes to teaching in a classroom, right, it's monitored by the school, right? And you're not the boss of bosses. Unfortunately, there's a long line that you should follow. Maybe your mentor teacher or other teachers, or your principal, vice principal, and your HODs. So, the thing that you need to do is to connect with all of these people, right? To understand all of these people and also understand the kids. If to our communities, Black communities, in number of students or learners in a classroom is usually from 40 to up until 55 sometimes. Some schools have it the worst. Not saying by having more kids, but it's different because you have a lot of responsibilities you should take in hand as when you are a teacher in a classroom, because kids get to be kids. They have fun, and then the character yakho as an individual.
Before ithini some sort of acceptable number of students per teacher?
Per teacher.
Like let's say kwi-classroom to not say uba i-classroom overcrowded,
Yeah.
maybe number oqonda uba like acceptable.
There isn't a number, simply because if you go to a particular school, you find out that there are 12 students in a classroom.
Yeah,
And then if you go to our communities,
like 40.
yeah, these are even up.
Yeah, but ke ngoku like okanye mandibuze kuwe ne yeyiphi oqonda uba okay i-max that you think should be eklasini
That
in
I
terms
think,
of abantwana. Yeah, like wena uqonda uba i-class for uba abantwana baku-understande kakuhle ingazuba overcrowded, yabo ucinga maybe bekufana uba ithini nani?
that's a huge question that I'm scared to even answer. Because it really depends. Because my answer that I wanted to answer before you ask that question specifically, because indeed it's different.
Yeah,
Simply because if you go to the Eastern Cape, it's not even 40 is just it's not even a number.
Yeah.
40 or 45 is not even a number. So
Yeah.
meaning that they're above maybe 55 or whatsoever. But to our local schools here in our community, 45 is the number. So I'm gonna talk about what I've been exposed to.
yeah,
40, 45, sometimes 43.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends. I don't really know the policy where in a classroom there should be
yeah.
how many students. I think the higher ups would know how many students should be in a classroom.
Okay, no problem. Then, oh yeah, so uthe esikolweni mos you are not your boss, yabo. You have abantu that monitor wena.
Yes.
Yabo. And ke ngoku from le experience ubunayo i-performance yakho mos is measured by abantwana performing.
Yes.
Ne? Yeah. So ke ngoku kwi-tutoring it's also the same, yabo.
It's
But
also
the
the
problem ngoku, well, not a problem, but into yoba umntana uyi-1, yabo, and then uzawuripota maybe kumzali, yabo, uba umntana uqhube kanje, yabo. So ke ngoku kwi-class of abantwana, yabo, let's say abayi-40, yabo. So how do you make sure uba i-performance yakho ke ngoku, okanye mandithi how do you make sure uba abantwana bayapasa bonke? And ke ngoku from i-performance le ndithetha ngayo uba ingaba zikhona i-metrics oba like funeka eklasini kupase maybe u-80%, and then if kwenzekile kupase loo 50% uzawuba sengxakini, because kwi-tutoring if umntana akapasi maybe umzali uzawukhalaza uba hayibo kwenzeka ntoni. So ingaba ke ngoku nasesikolweni you are being monitored based on i-results zakho mos. Yabo. So unfair question, yabo, since ubusenza i-practicals, yabo, but ungayiphendula nje from your best of i-abilities yakho.
Okay, I'm willing to answer that one because it's a nice thing because.
And also, do you also feel like you control yakho kakhulu as a teacher to get low 80% or 90%?
It should be because I highly think, well, as a teacher or someone who's standing in front of children, it should be your responsibility, like everything that happens in the classroom.
Yeah.
Because this is one thing that is so fun that when we grew up, I couldn't believe how do they do that, like teachers, our teachers or any teachers, is that you need to know your classroom. Like you need to
you need to know your students.
Yes, you need to know all of them. Knowing them is not knowing about this is Ukayone or this is Ulwazi or whatever. You need to know them as from a personal level, meaning how do they think, how do they like, what are they exposed to, because children are children, they will always be there, and also yeah, you'd have different children, so
Yeah.
you should know them, as I said. Then coming to your question, it is highly your responsibility. So you are the one who is supposed to make your class pass. So regardless whether you have children coming from different academic standpoints, or maybe some personal issues that they have.
Yeah.
About,
So basically, there are no bad students.
yeah, there are no
Bad
bad students, because we are all, no, not we, they are all given the same chance, same opportunities,
Yeah.
and they need to perform according to those opportunities and those chances that they are given.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, as a teacher, I was once told by one of my lecturers that as a teacher, you should be an actor or an actress.
Sure.
Yeah, like character yako as an individual should be like even involving, more engaging, right?
No performance.
Yeah, you must perform. Like, if, because one thing I've noticed is that concentration yabantwana sometimes lacks, sometimes it blooms
But too much. Yeah.
to something else. Then yabona leyo, it usually comes from a point where, what are you teaching at that moment? Because
Yeah.
children come in class athi you are i-maths inzima, you are i-subject ethile inzima,
Yeah.
without you even teaching them. So with them coming with those attitudes and those things that they know from their peers, when I should fight that as a teacher.
We break it.
Yeah, ubabonise uba if mhlawumbe you want us to do a dance routine apha eklasini for life orientation okanye life skills,
Yeah.
that is the same thing we're going to do in mathematics as well.
Kube mnandi.
Yeah.
Pop, just nje disclaimer, we met teacher.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then andikho sure besithetha nini, but uteacher e-primary abesicaba.
yeah, nasekuyakhanya.
Ah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And you mentioned into yoba e-primary kufuneka as a teacher ube patient.
yeah, kakhulu.
Yeah. What did you mean by that?
When I say a primary, you must be patient as a teacher. I mean, remember, those are fundamentals of them transitioning from grade to grade, and even transitioning to a higher level, which is a high school.
Yeah.
Right? Remember, you play a role when, as a primary school teacher, for your children to perform in the next stage or in the next school that they're going to.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of patience has to be there. Simply because, like, if you're not patient enough for them, then you are sending them to the wolves. Like you are sending them to a war that they're not prepared for. So you must make sure that you prepare them to an extent,
yeah,
that they know their work.
Then kulo patience leyo, like, do you have maybe imizekelo, like what were the challenges apho you think maybe patience yakho sort of like maybe helped you?
Okay, patience where, remember, you have learners, right, coming from different backgrounds, different homes, different everything, different thinking. Some learners mature faster than others. Some don't necessarily mature until they reach a certain age, right? So you have that mixture of a classroom, right? And then patience yakho ke ngoku. Remember, if you have faster students than the others, that should not be your focal point, right? I know when you're in the board or when you're teaching, you like when kids or children are engaging with you,
but it's usually the student that you want.
It's usually the same student. For me, I don't like it when it's the same students. I even make it a point.
So ungabatisha abakhombayo ba avuyile ka uphendula.
Not for embarrassment purposes,
Yeah.
but for learning purposes, right? So I don't necessarily point. Well, I would point at a learner knowing that they did try, but they stumbled, then babbled. Then we go to the same routine. Then
Yeah.
I fuman. Then maybe the next day, when I wake up in the morning, I'll think about, okay, they did get this question, but they were unsure.
Yeah.
It's time for me to polish what they know. Maybe then I'll think about point out.
And futhi, you mentioned into yoba when utishala ne points at the student, it's not for embarrass.
Yes, it's
but
not.
it's for teach yabo, and to make sure that the person understands yabo. But then ke ngoku as students thina kasichophe phansi asithandi loo nto because awufuni uvela uba maybe I understand into ethile yabo. But utishala yena, it's not like uzama ukuembarrassa, but uzama ukufundisa yabo, and it also builds confidence yakho yabo if it happens uba uthi uyichane ne-answer leyo yakho yabo. But yeah, then enye into endifuna yakuyo neyoba ubusiya mos like from Monday to Friday yabo. Did you have some sort of structure or a preparation routine oqonda uba iyakusebenzela for you to make sure uba okay your students get what you are trying to deliver kubo, okanye you were just rocking and freestyling?
A little bit of both, because I think once you get comfortable, I think to freestyle is necessary at some point, because learners get not tired, but they can note there's something wrong with this fella. They can pick up anything because they are children, right? So in terms of your routine, I don't think you have to be robotic every day as a teacher, but you must have that character of being robotic, right?
Okay.
So that you maintain a boundary with them, right? As much as you are being, and you use playful routines to catch their attentions, and also you use not so playful routines, like be robotic, So I don't think you have to be robotic all the time. Or by robotic I mean over strict. Right? Strict in your disciplinary and also strict in your teaching style as well, right? Because it gets boring to a point. So you need to integrate those things so that you get the best possible results.
So for when what was maybe into that you think was effective in terms of instill a discipline? Because I know corporal punishment
it doesn't exist anymore. For me, disciplinary wise, I think to be like talking with them, actually finding out what is the problem, because we've dealt with bullying when we grew up as kids, and it's still there. Unfortunately, bullying is one of the things that follows someone until their grave. You might go to work and find out this person is bullying you from work. Right. So in terms of disciplining the kids, I think you must find ways to communicate. Find better ways to communicate. It's not necessarily up to the principal or to the HOD for them to be disciplined or calling their parents, but
you must control your house.
You must control it, right? Knowing how to communicate, you should have values, like in your classroom. You should have standards. You should everything, and you should have a code of conduct. Because remember, it's a big family, like your world would be. In a world, you have the whole world. You have continents. You have countries. You have towns. Right. So even Nasa School, it's like that. it's the whole school and then different classes.
Oh.
Then the school in a policy as as a whole, and
Yeah.
now again you must not be further away from the policies of the school, but have
Also
policies.
ede zakho.
Yeah, not necessarily ed, but be a parental figure rather than more of being a teacher. But while you are a teacher,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's
I hope there's no escape, man, ekutisheni, because there's no escape on being a parental figure xa so utishani, because umntana spends how many hours esikoleni?
should be 8 or 7
No,
or
8 hours there now, Monday to Friday. That's what, 40 hours a week
Yeah.
now. So somehow by law parental figure
Yeah.
now. So imagine before uqale, like as practicals, is there something ukuqonda or maybe a stereotype of una usikhupha about teaching, okanye is this something that you expected but you found uba no man, it's not true, okanye like yonke into was ngale ndlela le ubu-expecte ngayo uba i-teaching ibe njalo, and more especially abantwana?
Okay, that is a wonderful question. Of course, I think when you go into a different environment and knowing he say, she say,
Yeah.
you would have some type of feelings.
Yeah.
Like when you visit the place or when you go there. I always thought teaching was boring.
Yeah.
I always thought it was horrible. Like I always thought I can't do this.
So by teaching is in like ukuma in front of a class, you
Yeah.
teach, and not necessarily tutorage.
Not necessarily to tutor, but to teach in a classroom. I thought it was a boring experience.
Yeah.
Because no one, not necessarily no one, from my exposure, no one highly speaks of it. Right? It's not regarded even as a major thing in our communities. But when I got there, I'm a very observant person. So I watch. Yeah, the fortunate part of having a prax is that they give you a space to be an observer, maybe for a week or for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you would have to collect notes and watch other teachers while they teach and see what they use and see like the voice. The voice is the most important one. We get told they tell us this every day, that your voice is the most important thing that you can use in a classroom. You don't have to be loud. You don't like. You should be calm and collective, and also change tones.
It's teacher voice.
Yeah.
You never mention that.
Yeah, a teacher voice is very important. But I always thought a teacher voice is being loud, like so loud. Like that's not necessary, right? But there are times where you have to like speak softly. Like imagine, if I can give you an example, imagine if I'm reading a short story for kids, then it's in the middle of the night, everyone is sleeping, there's monsters and all that, then here comes the monster, and like that's why
Performance.
Yeah, that's why performance, it's a beautiful art. So yeah, I always thought that thing was boring until I saw it by myself from
observing.
Yeah, from observing other teachers. Wow,
Yeah.
no, man. These people are actually doing their work. Now, as much as parents can come and like demand this and demand this, they don't actually know what teachers do in classrooms. It's actually wonderful.
Yeah.
So I think that is it.
And it's not an easy task
It's
to
not.
wake up and say no, we will perform.
It's not.
Yeah. Then yeah, man. We're primary, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not high school?
Yeah, you're not the only one to ask me that.
Yeah.
And I like how I answered that question, that you're not the only one. Right? Because I feel like people do that to people. You're
Yeah.
not the only one to say that. People lie when they say that. If an answer comes in a form of, you're not the only one to say it. Or imagine if maybe, okay, I can't make jokes anymore. Yeah, the world we live in is so. Yeah, but anyway, it's not a harmful joke, man. It's more like if someone directs you to a direction of maybe we should do this, right? Then you tell me about, you're not the only one to say that. They're lying.
Is it?
Yeah, it's when someone says you're not the only one to tell me that, or you're not the first person to say that, they're actually telling you that they don't want to do that. They're making you feel comfortable, saying that you're not the only one who's recognizing this. They're just comforting you.
So,
but I am not doing that.
Exactly. I'm doing the same. So wait, it's actually true. But I'm not the only one who's like, why did you decide to go?
Because my tutoring was focal on high school level. Because I specialize in mathematics, physical sciences, and life sciences. High school mainly. But now with me being in as a novice teacher doing my practicals, now I'm more focal on the intermediate phase, which is grade 4 up until grade 6. Funniest thing is now, have you noticed equation papers of matriculants? Every now and then you would see a question of maybe mathematics, or maybe physical sciences, or life sciences, or even in English. Something that you never touched in a classroom, in your grade 12 classroom. But maybe let's say you did it in grade 5. But you would find it in a grade 12 question paper. And then you fail to attempt the question. So me pursuing intermediate phase, or being a student teacher in intermediate phase, it's actually a secret for me. Meaning that those fundamentals, or those basics that you need in your NST, your English, your mathematics, they are applicable in every grade.
So it's a foundation.
They are a foundation.
So when I wanted to be part of a band that lay la foundation,
and also being like to expand from London, like given an experience of both sides, given an experience of being a high school teacher and a primary school teacher.
Because you are more like doing them both. Even though Zens are differently, because in terms of the curriculum, we touch out those two. Through e-tutoring, you touch on the curriculum as a high school, and then through teaching, you touch into as a primary, and it perspectives of both worlds, basically.
It does.
And well, abanye abanayo lo perspectives of Zoe2. And when you get to have zona Zoe2, and put it on a daily basis, because usamile okwangoku. So was it on purpose okanye kwenzeke njani uba decide uba wenze primary ngapha and then ngapha wenze high school? So plan yakho was to have Zoe2 perspectives okanye izenzekele nje?
Ndingathi it's fate. It's fate, because our maths teacher in grade 11 and grade 12, he used to make this joke, which is, I remember the late Mr. Ngoma would say, if we are like struggling in a question in mathematics, actually, are you struggling with that? This is grade 2 work. That is usually the funniest thing that happens, because he always tells us that it is grade 2 work, then we always laugh at that.
Yeah.
So we would fail to understand. Say, how can you say this is grade 2 work while we are in grade 12? But obviously he was lying.
Yeah.
Or he was joking. Sorry for saying he was lying. He was not lying essentially, because I also do that in my tutoring.
Yeah.
If children or students fail to solve for X or are struggling to solve for X, then I would say, you didn't start solve for X at grade 7 or grade 8.
Yeah.
You started like way back in primary. And then they would disagree.
And when
I have seen it, mate. Like it is there. Everything that you teach in mathematics and science at a primary level
yeah.
is there in high school, but it's expanding too.
Nah,
Remember those blocks you would have 6 plus, then they put an empty block,
Yeah.
then they say equals to 10,
Yeah.
and then you would guess, okay, I need this much to go to 10. You put a 4 there.
Yeah.
So that block is your X there.
True.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. And the foundation, but if money actually, then you'll struggle with solve for X phezulu.
There's even arithmetics.
Sequences.
Yes, sequences.
And
But
yeah.
But the nicest things, children at a primary level, they don't have to use formulas.
Yeah.
Because we are spoiled. Okay, not saying we are spoiled. Our children that are at high school are spoiled with formulas.
Yeah.
Right? So that they can know what is the next term in that number pattern. But
yeah.
In a primary level, they have to use their minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is the one thing oyifundileyo theoretically? Yeah.
Okay.
And then why apply actually practically?
Yeah, that's a sad one. There are many things.
Okay, there's a disconnect between theory and practical.
There isn't much of a disconnect. Like they are intertwined as one.
Yeah.
Because remember, I talked about passion. You should have passion for this.
Yeah.
Right? You should be willing to do this. Like it mustn't be a thing of I'm gonna get paid, or these children are not disciplined. Obviously, children will be children at the end of the day. One thing that I've learned, or many of the many things was or still is to this day, if you're not disciplined, you will never achieve anything in life. From a teacher standpoint, if you're not disciplined to stand in front of kids, you will not achieve anything. Even from learners as well, if they are not willing to learn and not disciplined, it's gonna be those struggles. Call your parents. Yeah.
So it's discipline, basically.
Yeah, discipline is one of the most things, and like I preach it every day. I love it. It's sort of like make your road even smooth. It cushions everything for me.
And for students, they learn from when, apart from lendo we teacher, but your behavior and discipline yako. If you figure early, they will try and replicate londo leyo, but bazame ukufika early, yabo. Nendlela othetha ngayo, yabo. I'm sure nabo bazofunda, yabo. So let's be disciplined abantwana abazithathayo na from teacher.
There are so many.
And you'd find uba ezinye izinto abaziphikaphayo ku-behavior yakho ayizizo izinto obatitshayo wena, yabo. But nje just from ukujonga nje qha bona they replicate ezinye izinto zabo without wena even knowing. So i-true nyani i-discipline ayikho enye that
we've been exposed at university. They expose us to many theories, right, and many of psychological things that exist, right, in a classroom. So in terms of the specific, but now I'll just skim nje kuzo just to get an idea about what I'm talking about when I'm saying the psychological themes that are involved. The psychological themes are those that exist in a classroom, in a school, in an individual, a teacher or a learner, right? So they need to be handled. So theory-wise, at school, which is Stellenbosch University, they expose us to many of these themes. They make them foundational that we understand. Okay, this is what is happening, because remember, data is collected in every school.
Yeah.
Right? Data is collected every school, every community.
Yeah.
Right. So there are things that don't necessarily agree with emerit. Meaning what you asked at the beginning of this interview, you did ask of is your performance as a teacher shown how we merit?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not true.
Kujonga nje results.
Yeah.
Or kwazona results ezo fixed.
Yeah. Not necessarily being fixed. They are not like true to an extent. They are true to somewhat. I'm going to tell you this. If a certain school, let's say school A, school B, then school A has a 90% pass rate, and then school B has a 76% pass rate. Right? Yes, the other one is 90, the other one, I said which percent? 76 or what? I don't remember. What if there are less kids on this side than this side? And also, besides having a less number of kids, what if on this side there are more like of e-learning disorders that are involved? So there are many challenges, like zipro, like they're always there.
It's true leyo nto leyo. And yile yenzeka nakwi-high schools, like you'd find babakucomperisha i-public high schools kunye ne-private. And you'd find uba ezinye i-private ziba ne-entry exams, like you'd find uba i-students zabo are guaranteed uba zizopasa, yabo. Whereas kwi-public school uyathathwa nje qha, yabo, akujonga report kangako, as long as ungumntana olapha e-Crossroad uzawufunda either e-US Leban okanye eMandela, unless ufike late.
Okay. And then enye into ke ngoku, I'm just thinking of the comparison uyenzayo about these two particular schools is resources, right? The resources. Resources that they differ from school to school. And one thing that I take it to heart is they did show us visuals of different schools from Limpopo, or like kids traveling to school by foot meaning barefoot, and all of that. But when they come to school, they get a feeling skin, and unfortunately and fortunately, as a teacher and a tutor, you must be a resource to your kids. A chalk and yourself, even if maybe the school lacks textbook, or
must make a plan.
You must make a plan, make it work. And what I like was one of my colleagues said this, that we must improve and also enhance the children's imagination, right? I think at a lower level, like primary school, at a lower level, kids are still like more intact with their imaginations. If you see izinto that are on TV that are more based for the children, they use a lot of imaginations. I'm talking about your animation movies, I'm talking about your cartoons, even stories that they use at school, or short stories. It's all about imaginating. Because remember the time we were at the airport, you were the one to see the model. the model of the whole airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, everything is like that. We recently, in 2025, we did a project in science.
Yeah.
It was called science on a shoestring, meaning that you are using things that you find at home,
Okay.
right? Equipment that you find at home. You don't have to buy maybe particular apparatus. You
Yeah.
just use whatever that is home to demonstrate or to model a science project.
Oh.
So meaning that as a teacher, you should be able to instill their imagination and also improve it. So when as a teacher, you should model something that makes them think about it. And then we higher levels, then they have at least somewhat of an understanding. I know it's not crisp, just like as Miss Kela, where they see everything in front of them. But at least when as a teacher, it is more essential for you to be a resource to them.
Because le nto ithethayo it shows nyhani kumsebenzi wotishala mkhulu abawenzayo. Yabo. Because le yoba funeka ukwazi ukuconvince abantwana uba i-environment le bakuyo is not the end. Basically yabo. Ubenze baphuphe beyond i-surroundings zabo. Yabo. And visualization, yabo, it's something abantu that always say uba it's a good tool, or it's a good tool yoba uyisebenzise more especially to primary kids. Yabo, because izinto bazifunda kakuhle ngobona. Yabo, bazi-visual learners. But sobeka ndipause apho ndifuna uya kule as maybe the last question. I-subjects zingaphi ozititshala? E1.
You mean in tutoring or in teaching?
In teaching. In maths.
In teaching, you are subjected to a home language and the first additional language. And then what is it that you are more of focal kuzo zethu zibayi-2.
Ndifuna zona ezi wena ozoziteacher.
The natural sciences and mathematics.
And
the languages.
So umntana esikolo mos i-subjects zika-grade 5 noba zingaphi is-7.
I think in total it's 7 subjects.
7. So kwezo subjects ezokukho isiXhosa as a home language.
As a home language, depending on the environment ukuyo.
Sawuthetha nje ngale yethu apha esigaba yawo. So ngoku ndifuna there's a practical side then kubekho early that I think I'm sure in Department of Education lawyer yabo. But a medium of teaching a classroom or a language, on paper bekufana English.
Medium of teaching up South Africa is English and Afrikaans. But there are developments that are taking place, because when I was doing my practicals, they also showed us there's improvements that are being made of some other subjects being taught in the kids' home language.
Okay. So okwangoku.
For now English. Still English.
Depending
on the region.
Depending on the region. So sawuthatha ngale so English. So ngoku are you doing loo nto leyo, which is teaching English but not teaching English, teaching in maths
in
English okanye uyafaka iveneki?
Yes, you should be teaching in English, and also you should be what do they call these things? I'm gonna think about these things when I get home. I know I'm gonna you do make use of your home language. So so that you get the kids and then they get you back.
Yeah. So ke ngoku ake kuthiwa ibe khona manje le joke le apho ufumanise kubana kuthiwe thina sifundiswe English ngesixhosa yabo. So 11 sithi ikhona on paper kuthiwa we must teach izinto nge-English yabo, but practically kuye kunyanzeleke uba umuntu afake iveneke yabo. Ingaba kunyanzelekile okanye yi-mistake eyenziwa ngotishala leyo whereby bekufuneka yenziwe by force okanye ayikho indlela to bypass uba it's a must include iveneke? Like, is it wrong ke mandiswe ndibuze kanjalo, is it wrong to teach ngeveneke?
No, it's not wrong. It's highly acceptable.
Yeah.
Ikhona lonto naku caps ngokuba you should use code switching, which is the word that I was looking for. I think the more I have these words, the more the system is interesting. So code switching is basically teaching this thing. Then that's why I said you should get your kids so that they should get you in terms of a language, because a language barrier. Remember, Nancy, you know that we discussed at school was, or still is, by the way, that grade R1, 2, 3, children are taught in their home language.
Okay.
They are only exposed to English at grade 4 for the first time in their lives. Depending on your region as well, right? I'm not talking for the whole of South Africa. So that's the thing. So Baba exposed the English at that grade 4, 5, 6. So that's why I said patience. So imagine you as a teacher, you are not patient with your children. Or you just started to show them about what is a verb. Right? And the nicest thing about teaching English as a subject is that English, it's a universal language. English is interesting English. Even at this point, I'm still learning the English. I get surprised every day by English. I once asked my lecturer, what do you do when there's an intersection where you're teaching? I did that joke last year with my children.
What do you mean the intersection?
I'm gonna tell you now. I'm teaching English now. This is a scenario now I'm giving you. Or maybe you're teaching English. So you write the letter at the board on your board, the letter C. Right. Then you give out an example of the word cat, call. Then you write the word CELL.
Okay, cell.
Then a child will ask you, why not Kel? Because you said to me cat, call, hook.
You
see,
isilungu hayi i-pronunciation yayo i-maths yabo maninzi it's more like lento ka-bed bed there's u-bed ka-BAD then beku-bed but ke ngoku kuye kuthiwe lwa ngu-bird but lo entaka then beku-bed lo i-bed, so BED no BAD yabo. So hayi semester up man isilungu, but as ixesha lihamba umuntu you just accept nje whatever nto oyithathayo. But ke ngoku so nathi besitishwa almost zonke subjects yabo sitishwe nge-home language, which was helpful loo nto leyo yabo, because asiyiva yabo. But ke ngoku when you get to a varsity ayikho loo nyweba yabo, ayikho loo luxury.
You're an adult, so
but iba struggle because from my experience and also I'm not saying ngoba mazi teachwe ngesilungu zonke ezinto ezi, because it's impractical yabo, because isilungu ayo language yethu yabo. So that's why otishala they opt uba basiteache nge-home language, and it's very helpful yabo. but i-reality yoba xa uya evarsity ayisekho ke ngoku loo privilege leyo yoba utitshala wakho akutitshe iscience yabo. And as a result uyakwazi ukuhlala kwi-lecture yabo, ititshe ikuleqe and uphume ungazanga next because of i-pace le ihamba ngayo. And then if there are no lecture videos iba i-problem.
I want to say something about that. I'm scared to get in trouble. To my peers or to anyone who's in a classroom, but only depends on experience and the exposure.
Yeah.
We tend to forget as students or as learners. We tend to forget about classroom is also our environment. It's also our playground. In classroom. It's not for your teacher to show off. I'm wearing this thing. I'm teaching you because I'm driving this car. It's not about that. You are part of the environment as well as a student or a learner. Right? You have control, somewhat control, because by you asking questions, by you engaging. Remember, it's not about children just answering the right things. It's about you improving their understanding and their knowledge levels. So I think, or I feel it is always right to take notes. Well, I'm not here to monitor how people engage themselves in a classroom, but I best believe if someone can take this advice, they can take it. I believe if as a student or as a learner in a classroom, you have control what is being given out to you by your lecturer or your teacher, because once you get this part of information, remember, you are there as a researcher, right? You are there to not just to collect information to go home with, but to be to critique the information and also question the information that you're given. So you should be doing that. So basically, it is nice to collect notes, not for the sake of having flashy notes on your book, but for the sake of you researching. Because you know what I was exposed to was the more a lecture teaches or lectures a classroom or the more us students we should be involved. Remember, when you ask a question in class, make sure the question is based on what is being taught. Maybe somewhere, somehow.
But even while ubuza lo question leyo, lo question funeka uyibuze ngesilungu, whereas previous year ubuza utitshala wakho ngesixhosa. But tishala solva njani la x thini xa ufuna substitute pha i-comfortable. But then now ke ngoku kufuneka uthethe isilungu, which isilungu sesi ungasiqheliswanga.
The beauty of that is that, somewhere, somehow, for you to be comfortable, you need to get out of your comfort zone. That's how life is. Because you can't be comfortable and think you'll be comfortable. You'll be uncomfortable now. But
we're brave.
You should be brave enough to ask questions. I'm not sure if maybe you want to close, because I think I have somewhat of something that I want to pass.
I know send last.
Okay.
Because I think we touched into mostly zonke izinto. Now, uthi yintoni into obufuna uyithetha?
Was to since I'll be a student teacher and also still a tutor this year, which has been a wonderful journey. You helped out with a documentary. Right. So it's been a wonderful journey. So I'm excited for 2026 simply because I've evaluated and actually checked everything that I have used that worked and did not work. So now I think it's gonna be a kick-ass year, right? Meaning that because I was on holidays, I had to come back early. This Friday I will be having tutorials, meaning that I'll be tutoring kids from grade 4 grade 12s, and also people that will be rewriting their matrics.
From grade 4.
Yeah, from grade 4.
Okay. Bendiqhela lokhu tutorisha only high schools, so now you've included primary.
Maybe you and I lost touch. I did tutor primary kids.
Last year.
I was. Simply because it's what I was doing at school, right?
Yeah.
So this Friday I'll be starting for 2026. So I know what has worked. Like I said, I know what did not work. And also what I like about tutoring is that you get different kinds of people. And the most expensive thing about tutoring is that kids are actually brilliant. They're actually brilliant, but it's those things that come in their way, man. The disciplines, ungafuni umamela umzali, ungayifuni itishara yakho. Because I found out they just hate the character of their teachers. Then they fail their subjects. It's not about them not knowing how to do it. And also nokuzithemba, plus and actually performing. Because now in my tutoring environment, I made sure I see there are books there. Those books actually expose like what you should do as a human. In order for you to succeed and get the next step. Now I'm fine in exposing what I'm doing in my tutoring environment. I make sure that they know, because what children not necessarily fail but struggle to do is answering those difficult questions in your question papers. Those difficult questions, they go back to your grade 2 work, grade 5 work, and as
they go back to the foundation.
They go back to the foundation, as well as them being comfortable with textbook. Is a school that are provided by the school. Not saying that textbooks are bad. Textbooks are actually brilliant to get the fundamentals of a particular topic. That is excellent work. That's the minimum work you can get. Then the extensive work is from your tutors. People will have tutors. People have tutoring, and it's nice that we have tutoring programs everywhere you go. And also, remember, it's not about you attending a tutorial. It's about you as a learner being a character, right? You find out we have people. When I grew up, it's funny enough, I'm wearing a football jersey. When I grew up, I was not exposed to sports. But you and I know that people that were exposed to esports are sportsmen now, now we are adults. So it's also a safer space for parents to communicate. Remember, at schools, what is expected, right? It should be there. At schools, there should be a teacher and a parent engagement for the purpose. For what purpose? For the purpose of improving a learner's performance and also a behavior learners. So that is expected. Also, a kid comes back home with work, right, from school. Then, Mama, can you help me out with accounting or something like this? Mama is not exposed to accounting, right? And that's not a fault. And no mama is wrong to not know accounting, right? So it is necessary for the tutoring spaces being for abandoned. It is necessary for abazali to take, and abazali want their kids to make it as good.
And I think now social media, back and forth between abazali and teachers. Abazali, they feel like if teachers by giving homework, basebenzisa bona yabo. And going back to le nto ithethayo yoba maybe umzali accounting akayazi, so uzamncedisa njani nabo. And then like what you are saying, that's where tutors come in.
And also like kids that they develop. Remember, when you tutor children or kids, it's your job to make them understand and bakwazi uzimela, right? if you're gonna tutor kids, then then they stumble with exams. I don't think you have done a nice
It's
job.
fine, it's right. Yeah.
So you should make them comfortable. So now I throw research young, which Mr. Mapi, Mr. Mapotoko has helped me in a way. He does that research, and he did show me a research of like the past years performances. He made a research of which subjects were failed, which contents because subjects that were highly difficult, and which ones that were passed. And Mr. Mapi also does a research of expected questions as well. We exam. Then he does this for each and every year, like a comparison. So the most common questions people should like go there
make sure bias.
Yeah. And the nicest thing about those exam type of questions is that they also improve the skill cycle of you as a learner. Right? Because now I'm a tutor. I won't say but I know everything, but I make sure that I prepare for the kids.
Okay, so uthi tutoring seyiqalile and first lessons Friday.
Yeah, this Friday morning, which comes back to learning discipline. I wanna insist and I wanna start early and also start early, right?
Yeah.
Because some people don't understand why is the tutoring begin at 8. This is not a show to anyone. Why does it start at 8? I say this to people, man. You know, if you treat your tutoring environment the same way you treat your parents, the same way you treat your school, everything will be delightful for you. It will be easy. Because once you ignore it or be like, this is just an extracurricular thing. It will be an extracurricular thing in the results as well. So yeah,
but it's gonna show. Results.
Yeah, it comes back to discipline as well. Like you should want to pass for you to pass.
It's a nice thing that uqala early, because I know abantu maybe approach kakhulu when it's close to exam time. Nabo apho abafuna ubrasha khona nje quick ayobhala exam, but i-marathon lena.
Marathon. We fight, and we make sure we win.
And ke ngoku umuntu uyazazi uba yintoni astruglisha kuyo, akho need ade yaqala unyaka maybe ngala first, like after first term, then abone uba hey uyastruglisha ngentoni. From last year uyayazi how you performed and uncedo oludinga kwintoni yabo. So yeah, maba-reach out.
Do you know why teachers are important?
Do I know why teachers are important? I think into yoba bayafundisa.
Okay.
Yeah, that's umsebenzi wabo as a teacher, is to teach, and not necessarily academics, but to teach nje for life.
Okay, that's a wonderful thing. You actually answered my question. It is simply because when a kid or a child is from a particular home, remember there are friends, there's peer pressure, everything is happening. Right? But kids get to spend a lot of hours at school with their teachers. And somewhat hours with their parents. And some hours with their peers as well. So their hours they spend with their peers, they do it in the community as well as at school. So during break times and also during when after school, when the kids are in communities playing around, a lot is happening there. There's a lot of influence, whether good or bad. So as a teacher, i-role yakho i-essential kakhulu. Like i-reward yakho nje is knowing about this such kid or the mntana bengamameli has actually like went to varsity or they're doing well, right? And also one thing I need to stress out is that teachers are looking out for the children too. have a good life apha ebomini, right? Yeah, we know we are fighting so many battles that are outside, right? Yeah, we're fighting. Once umntana aphuma endlini, there's a lot that happens there.
Mate, masivale kanjalo.
Okay.
Danke, ndiyabulela.
Okay, it was nice to be here.
Ah.
Thank you so much.
Sure.